guys, welcome to my channel. So I would like to talk to you guys about the assignment. You know what the assignment is. When someone tells you, like when you're in school and your teacher tells you that you have to do this and this is your homework for the night, so you got to take your homework home, you got to do the assignment. It's important that in life we know and understand our assignment. So I'm gonna go back to the last video. I don't know if you watched it or not, and I was talking about basically me trying to discover who I am, me trying to figure out who I am on my journey. What is it that I need to do, how I need to handle myself, how I need to conduct myself. So it reminded me of, I used to like to sing when I was a kid. I can't remember the song, but it was Natalie Cole. I lived in town of Dover, and I remember we lived at this house, 803 West North Street. That was the house. I don't know why I still remember this address, but it was very significant because something happened one day where my mom's ex-boyfriend or something, I think he broke into the house. But the funny part was we slept through this whole thing. So she ended up coming home and she called the police. And I guess, I don't know how we found out it was him, but either way, he broke in because I think he had got on drugs or something. And so he was, I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't even about that. What it was about was the fact that a whole crime is being committed and we slept through it, which was weird, but okay. Never heard the window open, never heard anything. But thinking about that made me think about, I have always been a writer. I would write poems, music. Like, I am finding stuff that I've written, write books. I am a very creative mind. That's one of the things that I like to do. So like to sing, like to write, like to I wanted to be a lawyer. That was my dream job. I'm actually in the medical profession. I'm a licensed medical assistant. I am also a licensed certified esthetician. So I have a couple trades. I do a lot of stuff. And the funny part about me is that everything brings me joy. Like, I could do a lot of stuff. Like, even, my backyard, I don't know if you guys went through my videos or anything, but part of what I wanted to do at my house was like I have part of my spa here. I wanted to do like meet and greets for, my soul tribe, out in the back. So I was going to put some houses, little tiny houses back there. I have a pool and a couple other things. So I wanted to be like a whole thing where we could kind of come together, talk about like-minded situations and stuff. Maybe at this point, because like I said, chaos has been. So thinking about now maybe moving and finding another house for me to live in, and maybe Airbnb in this one. But just trying to figure out what I want to do. I haven't decided on anything yet, but that was my goal for this place, because I wanted it to be like a destination place where people can get married here, because I actually went and got certified to marry people and some other stuff too. So just thinking, like, I'm finding writings, like I told y'all about that book. That book just came out of nowhere. For now's the time. And so I don't know if you guys know what the Ascendant Masters are. There's a few of them. You can go look them up. It's, you got to go look up some of the stuff for yourself. It's for you to do the work. But Jesus is on the list. And just to think about the one that I would like to talk to, or if I could sit down and have a seat with one of them, I think it would be, and this is Thoth. Some people say Thoth. I have the actual tarot cards to his deck. And I never actually got a chance to, I don't think I ever used them on my channel at all, period. But I remember when I got them. And you go look him up. I'm going to say Thoth. You say however you want to. Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Don't come for me. And those roles, I'm just going to give you a little bit. In Egyptian mythology were many. He served as a scribe of the gods. He was credited with the invention of writing and Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Egyptians credited him as the author of all works of science, religion, philosophy, and magic. The Greeks further declared him the inventor of astronomy, astrology, the science of numbers, mathematics, geometry, surveying medicine, botany, theology, um, civilized government, the alphabet, reading and writing, and oratory. They further claimed he was the true author of every work of every branch of knowledge, human and divine. He has infinite knowledge and wisdom, and those are the things that I ask God for. Part of my spiritual journey has taken me down lots of roads, lots of, again, I can't explain a lot of stuff because it's like me having to figure out what is what, because like I said in the previous video, for some reason I'm feeling like this has already been going on, and somehow now, about 2-3 weeks ago, now it's been brought to my attention that, hey, you got to wake up because there's stuff going on that you need to pay attention to. And now I'm finding there was like an investigator sent a note that I looked at for some reason, but I'll be busy, so my time, or maybe, I don't know, whatever it was at the time, I barely answer my text messages, so I have to stop doing that. And I got to get better at responding to other stuff. But what the trucking thing that I do was taking up a lot of my time, so it wasn't like when I looked at it, the person was sitting right beside me, and he was like, my old person. And when I said something to him about it, he was kind of like, do you think that's a real thing or whatever? But now I'm starting to wonder, like, why would a person send me that? A private investigator sent me something about a person that died that they think I'm related to, and either way, I didn't check it. Today was the first day I actually responded to the person to find out, like, who are you talking about? Because, so they haven't responded back yet, and I don't know if it's really anything. It could be, I don't know. But at this point, a lot of things are now starting to come together for me. Like, I don't know if it was just, I must have been living under a rock, y'all. Like, God, God, I trust you, God. That must be, like, I trust God so much that at the end of the day, I don't have to, my back is not, I don't ever fear of anything ever touching me. That's the thing. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It may form, but it's never going to prosper. That's the way I live my life. And so now I'm starting to realize how much, because I would tell anybody, God loves me. God loves me. That's something that I say. I say it to people. I've been saying it since I was younger, because I know he has never left me. He has never forsaken me at any given time. Anything that was left or tried to come for me or tried to harm me, he has always taken care of. So, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I gotta pay attention, because apparently the devil wants me dead, and he wants me dead bad. And I'm wondering if it's behind whatever this thing is with this attorney and this mysterious money that is supposed to be given to me or something. I don't know, because I don't know anything. I just literally went through the email to see it, through my text messages to see it. So I don't know what it's about yet. But again, soul tribe. Where's my soul tribe at? Where you guys at? Because I don't want to have to ever feel like I gotta really watch my back for, people who are trying to come into my life to do something to me, to harm me, for money, to do just any type of malicious thing. That's weird to me, because I tend to stay away from people. If I don't like you, I'm not messing with you. That's it. That's, like, my energy is too important for that. I'm not fooling with you. So just thinking about still stuff that I wanted to do or stuff that I want to do in my life, and I'm just wondering, and I know I would have to, the only place I could go to probably become a lawyer in a short period of time would be California, since I know their laws. You don't have to go to school for that extended amount of time. I'm probably smart enough to figure it out and finish it, especially if I had the right people around me. Yeah, so now me thinking about the things that I want to do, I think I want to actually finish some of the stuff that I have started. Like, write a book. I'm very good at creative writing, although I probably need some more classes even on that too, because I've been out of school for so long. Like, just thinking about writing, or my grammar maybe, because I've been doing some other stuff and not really doing that. And you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So, but I know y'all are probably wondering, like, what the hell is she talking about? Some people will get it. Some people will get it. Some people won't. If you get it, it's for you. If you don't, it's just not for you. Move it along, and I'll have something else for you soon. But at this point, it's just been an amazing journey, like, throughout my life. Even though I'm thinking of some stuff that now it's making sense. Like, this thing went with that thing. This thing was created for it to give you some type of, conflict or something that's going on. And I didn't think about it at the time, because I was just doing what I was doing. I was just living my life. And whether that's naive or whether or not that's whatever it is you're going to call it, that's me. As I get older and as I grow a little, I don't think I'm ever going to change from being the light being of, wanting to give to the world, wanting to heal people, or wanting to teach people. That's not going to change. The amount of people that I allow to come into my space will totally change, because now I see the reason why people are energy vampires are real. Like, people will really try to steal your energy. And as stuff is being revealed, because again, it's like, on a spiritual level, my spirit guides are pointing me in direction. And that's the other thing, people. If trust your intuition, because if you really know that these spirit guides have your back, they will bring you books, they will bring you people, they will bring you, whenever these people are ready, they will bring you knowledge and wisdom. They will take you down the right path. Like, literally, my phone stays like, listen, if I told y'all some stuff that has actually really happened, like the other day, spiritual realm, spiritual warfare, spiritual stuff, I literally was going past a scale, because in the trucks you have to go past scales in every state. Normally it's at the beginning of the state or at the end of the state. And for some reason, like, I really needed some rest. I'm gonna say that I really needed some rest. And but God said, you got to get home, you got to get home, you got to get home, because you got to be at a certain place. So I was able to go to sleep probably for about 2 hours, but then came into my dream. He said, you got to get up. Now's the time. I need you to get up right now. And I wanted to lay there for a minute, but I was obedient. I got up. So in my mind, it kept being like, I need you to get past a certain place by a certain time, because the location that I was in, some weird stuff was happening. And so he was saying, I need you to get to a place, an appointed place, by a certain period of time. So I got up. And when I got up, I was trying to get my stuff together, because I was still a little bit disoriented. My brain was kind of fuzzy, like literally fuzzy. But I got up, I got something to drink, and I got in a seat and I left. And then what happened was, it got a little dark, like up, and for some reason where I was, that area was getting dark around 5 or 5:30 or almost like, around 6, somewhere around there, 5, in between the time, between 5 and 6. It was weird, because why is it getting so dark so fast? But anyway, when I got to this particular scale, the light went off on me. I have a transponder box in my truck, and so not most of the time it'll take me past the scale. But for some reason, it turned red for me to go into the scale, and I'm like, why would it do that? But then when I got into the scale to go, there was nobody in the seat. Like, I could clearly see there was nobody in the seat. So I took that as I was going too fast. I was going too fast, so God needed to slow me down a little bit, just, a little bit. So I got on the scale, the thing turned green, I went. Then I got to another location where, a different state, but another location where, I kid you not, the sign said bypass the way station. Bypass the way station. But for some reason, now my transponder clicks red. And so me, because I see it clicks red, I'm getting ready to pull on the way station. And then all of a sudden it clicks back green. Like, don't go in there. So I didn't go in there. I ended up, continue to go, because as long as my transponder is green, then it allows me to continue to go. So what happened was, I don't know what that is. So what happened was, as I'm driving, I'm noticing my transponder is flickering between red and green, as if there was a little tug of war going on here between, but it's already too late. I already went past the scale, so it didn't matter. But the issue is like, I'm noticing the signs. I'm noticing what's happening when, you gotta go, you gotta get to a certain place. I need you to be at your appointed place at your appointed time, because there's stuff that needs to happen. And again, it goes back to saying, God, I trust you. God, I trust you. God, I trust you with all my might, because he said he would protect me while I was out there. And even now I'm saying, I wanted to, go do what I wanted to do, as far as work and everything else, because I got stuff to take care of and I handle my stuff. But he was saying, I need you to sit still for a minute. I need you to peace, be still, just chill. You'll be fine. And do what I'm leading you to do. So I'm being obedient to the word. I'm being obedient to, the direction he's pointing me in. And I know people are like, why would you follow? Because I can't even say it. It's just weird. But the way he talks to me to let me know that it's him. It's him. And the way my spirit guides come along and, they make sure that I stay on task, or I stay, because literally I'll be asleep. Because right now, if y'all only knew what I've been through in the past 2 weeks, it has been a lot. That the average person probably would have either died or went crazy. And I mean crazy. But God said, I'm going to cover your mind. I'm going to keep you over here in this direction. You just don't look back. That's why I'm telling y'all. When God say don't look back, don't look back. When he tells you to leave a particular person in a particular place, in a particular situation, they could think, that they left you all they want. Thank you very much for thinking you left me. But technically, God said that was already in the process. God was already saying that that this situation is done. And God said, you go and you don't look back, because if you look back there, something is going to not be right for you. So you look this way, and I'm gonna cover you, and I'm gonna make sure you're okay. So I can't look back at nothing, because it's Sodom and Gomorrah. You shall die. You're going to turn into ash. You're going to die. I don't want to die. I'm trying to live. Because listen, like I told, my uncle called me, and my uncle, he was the one that normally I go to when like I need prayer or, guidance or something, because my dad's not really like a prayer, or, he's not been like, my grandmom used to always be like, that's the one that she wanted to turn to God, but he was probably the one that just did whatever the hell he wanted to do. And my uncle was like, he did they all did what they want to do, but in the end, my uncle was the one that would cover me. My Uncle Mark was definitely the one that would cover me. You know what? And that's the weirdest thing, because my Uncle Mark, they had his funeral, and I was very upset to the point where I don't know whose body that was in that casket, but they to this day have been trying to convince me that was my Uncle Mark. That was not my Uncle Mark in that casket. I don't care what they say. That was, I don't know, but that right there was a disturbance to my brain, to the point where I had to leave from that place, because now I think about it, it's just a bunch of wickedness that happens. Like, how do you, and I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna just go back to where I was. But I trust God. And I'm not looking back. I'm gonna continue to push forward. I'm gonna continue to move on in my life this way, where it's peaceful at, where heaven is. But anyway, I was telling my uncle, I said, if I had known it was this lit on God's side, I would have already been over here, because listen, although I did whatever I did over there that was, you know, and God forgive me if I led anybody down the wrong path when I was doing my tarot channel. It's only because there was I ended up, I think I got it all, but I may have introduced some people to a book that they should not have, or that I should not have. I'm not sure, but hopefully I didn't. And if I did, please accept my apology for that. I didn't know better at the time. I was, you know, thinking that I was hoping that, anyway, I don't know. Either way, but it's lit over here because literally I can still do what I want. I just got to make sure that I'm doing the right things as far as making sure my spirit and my soul is correct. There's stuff, there's levels, there's laws for, you know, everybody. Even on this side, you're allowed to do stuff. He didn't say you die when you come over here. He didn't say that. So at this point, like the way that I feel, I would have already been over here if I had known it was lit on this side. It's lit on this side, okay? But anyway, that's all I wanted. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope this helps somebody.